The safest pathway to hell is slow, not steep, where you think you're okay, but you're falling asleep, and the people around you are feeding you melatonin with their subtle unbelief. Living life incongruently, believing they don't need to obey conviction, calling it religion, calling God's warnings the voice of toxic culture, thinking they're unorthodox when in fact they've never been more boxed in. The enemy's lies are discreet. They sound like something good to eat. What do you think happened to Adam and Eve? We crave the approval of sin. We detest correction under the ruse of being more spiritual than religious because we believe spirituality is a permission slip to intentionally sin and still get to call ourselves a Christian. But human ink is impermanent. Your own authority is not enough to pave your own way to heaven. Grace is not a pass to do what you want and then turn back to God. Apostasy has become the world's theology. What really rocks me is how true freedom looks like slavery, only when you've become your own God. And liberation feels like chains when you realize you're not the center of the universe after all, yet you still try to stand tall. So get off your high horse before you get knocked off by the Son of God. Those who humble themselves will be exalted, but have fear you who try to equate yourself to God. Learn to love the rod and staff. Discipline is what protects you from getting lost. While wandering off, you believe you are directionless, but you're headed straight towards what the opposite of heaven is. You think you can coexist with pluralist beliefs? Tell me how bad your depression is. You think you can fix yourself? It's just a coping method, not a crucifier. You're on permanent medication that is permanently not working. What you need is an eternal Messiah. How much have you upped the dosage? When your moral compass is broken, you can't see where you're really going. You've numbed the pain so dull that you can't even feel the fire of judgment that's gonna blaze. The devil has you right where he wants you. You can't feel the flames of refining trials that come from dying to self, but you also can't feel the fires of hell that nip at your neck as you condition yourself against the very conscience God gave you. You've exchanged the truths of God for a lie. Romans 1:32, God's justice requires that those who do these things deserve to die. When you lose reverence, you forget that our God is an all-consuming fire.